with a record of 17 wins, no losses, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Known as the greatest woman of all time, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 5-division world champion, the 4-division undisputed world champion, and the current undefeated, reigning and defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Claressa Shields! Once again, the referee in charge of this bout, Sparkle Lee, now to give instructions.
You ready to see my obey my commands? Protect yourself all the time. Let's have a clean fight here, ladies. Good luck. Okay.
10 years ago, these two women fought, and afterward, they became good friends, even business partners in a sense. All that changed when this fight was announced, and really changed on Saturday. The two sides got in that nasty brawl at the weigh-in. Now, Franchon Crews-Dezurn is out to prove that she is the top heavyweight in women's boxing, but Claressa Shields is to remind people that she's the best women's fighter in the world. Undisputed heavyweight champion versus the unified super middleweight champion. It doesn't get much bigger than this, and this looks an awful lot like the first fight. They are going at it immediately. I didn't even have time to tell people that Michaela Mayer has joined us in the commentary booth.
Ooh, these women are going for it. Big overhand rights by both at the same time.
Let's go! Let's go!
This out
Let's go!
like that.
That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about! Let's go! Let's go!
Apologies for the technical difficulties with Michaela's microphone.
Yeah! That's a fight right there! That's a fight right there!
Applying pressure here in the early going. Michaela, I hate to make you do that all over again, but now you have a working
Did we
microphone.
fix it? Okay, there we go. But what I was saying, no, I knew because of the build-up and because of what went down at weigh-in, that if anything, you're going to get a really exciting first round. And I hope it keeps up. I like that Franchon came right up to the center of the ring, pushed Claressa up against the rope. Can't you do that for all 10 rounds?
Oh! Unloading right hands in both directions right now.
But if you pay attention, different than the first fight, Claressa is really picking her spots. She's much more precise than she was in that fight 10 years ago.
That big right hand from Claressa Shields coming right over the top. A second ago, you saw Franchon roll it out. That was the adjustment I wanted to see her make. She can't continue to take Claressa's right hand. She got to continue to roll, get on the angle, come back, or get her head off the line when she meets her with the same shot.
The issue in exchanges is the hand speed. Claressa Shields has much quicker hands.
Big left hook by Shields and a right hand behind it. In what has been a firefight of an opening round.
Big four-punch combination from Claressa.
Never.
Back live here in Detroit, Michigan, and what an action-packed opening round.
And right at the first bell, Franchon came forward and pinned Claressa against the ropes. And Claressa was very smart here. She was staying low, going under, picking her shots very, very smartly, landing the cleaner blows. And there at the end of the round, you saw unloading with both hands. Excellent opening round for both these ladies, especially Claressa.
Franchon's being aggressive, but you have to be careful not to get caught in between the exchanges of that left hook. Of course, been very successful with that left hook right over the top, countering Franchon in the middle of her combinations.
Very good left hook to the body as well. And Chris Mannix, you missed the opening round, but when Claressa can kind of reduce a fight to a series of tight races like this, she is very difficult to get the best on, but she backs Crews-Dezurn up.
said it best. Claressa Shields is a very high punch round. She's very fast. 4 girls at this weight class. A lot of the girls in this division can't keep up with that work rate. Franchon will throw 3, and Claressa Shields will come back with 5 or 6 punches.
Yeah, I said at the very top, I don't love the idea of Franchon coming in trying to exchange Claressa Shields. That's exactly what the 4 rounds of the first fight looked like. Claressa's hand speed is just superior. Her punch output, like you said, is going to be more significant. She got to fight behind that jab. I don't mind her being physical, pressing Claressa against the ropes, but
well, there's that jab right there that you're talking about. It stops her. It stops Claressa Shields from coming in. And sometimes maybe it's too easy, so people get away from it. Claressa sometimes get away from that jab, but she loves that right hand so much. But Franchon's got to keep that jab on her face to stop her from landing that big one too.
No, she's got Buddy McGirt in the corner. Nobody talks about the jab more than Buddy McGirt.
The last 30 or 40 seconds is in microcosm of what Franchon should be doing. She needs to bring it down to single shots back and forth, use her body to be physical, so Claressa cannot let those combinations go. So that hand speed is really on display here.
Yeah, straight down the middle. Claressa has looping shots a lot of the time, so the way you beat looping shots is you go right down in between them. That's how they're going to get there a lot faster. Franchon's got to keep that jab straight down the pipe and time that right hand right down the middle.
Oh, good overhand chopping right from Franchon Crews. And it came off that jab.
Final right hand for Crews-Dezurn as well. Nice.
Yeah, Franchon's got to try to avoid those kind of spurts. Those are the kind of things that can rack up points, change the punch stats, really put her behind the 8 ball. She got to stick that jab and keep this fight on the outside.
And make it ugly on the inside.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be in exchange.
And I will say, Michaela, if we're looking for signs of hope for Franchon here, there's only a handful of opponents that Shields has had who have even been able to make adjustments at all. And we did see Crews-Dezurn make some of them in that second round.
Yeah, we are seeing her make adjustments, and we're seeing her keep up the work rate. You know, she's not necessarily matching the punch count that Claressa has, but she's doing better than a lot of Clarissa's opponents. And she's still game. She's still coming forward. Hey, push Claressa Shields against the ropes. Anyone, I would say push your opponent against the ropes. You know, it's not good when your attack is on the ropes, and it looks good when you're the one pushing them against it. But Claressa does so well against the ropes. Franchon tends to fall in and get countered. So I'd like to see her keep it in the center of the ring and just keep the combination simple.
Chris Bennett, how is this working for you so far? How do you have to score it?
I had it 1-1 to start to get hit Franchon Crews-Dezurn that last round in the base of maybe a minute or so. Sticking that jab, landing some decent right hands. 1-1 so far, but a good round I'm looking at here in the third by Claressa Shields.
Shields is getting that right hand free. He'll land a chopping right hand there on the inside with a hard body shot in that sequence as well.
Good counter 1-2 from Franchon.
Yeah, gets ground and then lands a good counter as a result.
All of Franchon's success comes off the jab first. The lead jab has been setting up the right hand that she lands.
Yep, start with the jab and finish with the jab.
Yeah, when she lunges in with the overhand shot, Claressa sees it coming, and they get tangled up.
Brief exchanges. Claressa Shields has shown some real heavyweight power. 2 fights earlier, she knocked down Daniel Perkins in the last round of that fight, so she got some pop with these heavier weights.
Crews-Dezurn might have felt some of those shots, those machine gun combinations off the ropes, the same ones that knocked out Vanessa Lepage Joannis. Crews-Dezurn stands